Today is going to be a normal video. In fact, I can't even believe I'm doing this video at all. As you guys may have heard, Call of Duty co-creator and Titanfall creator Zampella sadly passed away in a single car collision with a concrete barrier on a mountain road near LA in the San Gabriel Mountains. From the reports, he was killed in a 2026 Ferrari 296 GTS, a mid-engine twin-turbo hybrid V6 that makes over 820 horsepower to the rear wheels. For what I can understand, this accident happened on a pretty popular stretch of highway where enthusiasts go for spirited driving. The stretch of road is notoriously known for not being well maintained and being extremely tricky to drive. If you guys don't know who Zampella is, he's the co-creator of Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, Titanfall, Apex Legends, and Star Wars Jedi series. I just wanted to say that the Titanfall series was my first introduction to his work. And my god, Titanfall 2 is probably one of my most memorable gaming experiences I have ever had. It's definitely up there when it comes to pure enjoyment. I didn't experience his early work like Medal of Honor, Call of Duty 4, or Modern Warfare 2 because, number one, I wasn't interested in FPS games at the time. I was primarily a racing game person, playing games like Need for Speed, and I was also into platformers like the Rayman games. I do remember when this game was coming out in 2016. Titanfall had just released their single player cinematic. I was scrolling down the comment section to see what people were thinking about it, and the comments were all saying how underrated the game is. This game is an undercover gem. So I took a chance with the game, and honestly, that was probably one of the best decisions I have ever made, period. And no, that's not even a joke either, right? First, I was absolutely terrible at it. I was complaining that it was akin to Call of Duty, but once I started to understand the game's mechanics and, and just learn how to actually move around in the game, this game was like no other. Not even Destiny 1 can compete. Right? I stayed up with friends, late night gaming, learning new techniques, and just overall having a grand time. I haven't had a game this good in a while. And I know I did play Destiny 1 at the time as well, but with that game, you really need to have friends to play that game, with the whole raids and strikes and stuff like that. This game could be enjoyed solo. It was just such a blast. It was even such a blast that I went out and bought a Xbox One S to play the original Titanfall 1. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got introduced to this universe that they made. I can't thank them enough for putting this game together. The amount of fun that I've had is unmeasurable. It really is unmeasurable, right? And I've always said this when I was with my group of friends when we were playing this game 24/7 nonstop. I always said that this is my version of Modern Warfare 2. This is my version of Call of Duty 4 because it's just unfiltered FPS fun. There is no other way to put it. I get that same sensation when people are talking about the glory days of MW2 or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, how they had so much fun just geeking out and playing this game. That's how I felt. That's really how I felt, and nothing can change my mind about this game. And obviously in 2019 Apex Legends came out, and while I did have a ton of fun on that game, it really didn't measure up to the Titanfall series as a whole. There are very few celebrity deaths that bring a tear to my eye. We got one of them was Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. The other one was Akira Toriyama from Dragon Ball. We have Paul Walker from Fast and Furious, and now you have Vince Zampella from Call of Duty and Titanfall. It really is crazy how these things just happen. I guess it just goes to show that life is more precious than we actually realize, and it shouldn't be taken for granted. Not to say that he was taking life for granted by any means, but just to know that anything can happen at any time. It really does put it into perspective, you know, of living in a way. But here are some fun facts about the Titanfall series that I don't think a lot of people know about. So, fun fact, the original Titanfall, Vince had always thought the first Titanfall would have gone to PlayStation at some point, but because of EA and their stupidity, they did sign a just straight out exclusivity deal with Microsoft, so it was never ported. And number 2, Respawn is the people who chose the release date for Titanfall 2, not EA. Apparently, it was made months in advance before the actual release. So there you go. There's 2 facts. But now I want to hear your voice. How are you guys feeling about all of this? If you guys have played any of the games that he led production on, what were your favorites? This is Magnus, and I'm signing out. Take it easy.